A big story this morning, the deadly flooding in West Virginia. Now, we want to get right out to Justin Michaels, who has been live by Howard's Creek in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. The morning light showing off the devastation brought on by the floodwaters. Now, you just arrived about a half hour ago. What else have you seen this morning?
Sure. Well, Jan, we've just seen complete devastation. Imagine this, where I'm standing right now. I'm 6'2". The water here was over my head. That's the kind of water we're talking about, coming off of a creek, not a river, a creek. Take a look at what we're talking about. You see this white garage right over here? That garage was actually on the foundation next to that white house. It shifted this way. You can see this small road right here in White Sulphur Springs is really ripped up at this point. And then I want to show you this. Take a look over here. You see this yellow house right here with the brown shutters? It's not supposed to be there. It probably moved about 100 yards off its foundation. The foundation back there on another street. That house now sits right here. So we're really talking about a lot of devastation. Right now, there are emergency crews in this town, and what they're trying to do is go through every single house to make sure every resident is out safely. They did go through last night to do that, but they're going through to double check again to get a firsthand perspective on what exactly happened here last night and what it was like to live through it. We're joined now by Jenny Miller. Jenny actually lives in the greenhouse right behind us right here. And Jenny, how are you this morning, and what was it like last night?
Tired, upset, a little nervous. Last night, till midnight, I was still at work. My husband and the kids were up here. The water came on really quick. You wouldn't even have known it would come that fast. Because when I went to work, I was showing just a couple places that was flooding the water, and it wasn't even 30 minutes to an hour, and you couldn't get across the bridges where I work. But everything here is gone.
What was it like when you found out your children and your husband were safe?
Relief. I cried. So it was good. So I'm glad they're good.
It's got to be tough as a mom.
Yeah.
And as far as this house right here, this is your home, yes. And you can't get into it right now, or you can, but it's what's it like inside?
There was about 2 to 3 feet of water. Right now in the bottom there is about 2 to 3 inches of mud. Nasty. So everything that's on the bottom floor is gone.
What do you do now?
Pretty much pitch everything and start cleaning. If the house's foundation is gone, then find somewhere else to live.
Do you, by chance, have flood insurance for all of this?
No, we actually rent from a brother-in-law, and I don't know if they have it. Here you wouldn't think to have it because it's not ever really flooded here, to be honest with you. This is the first time White Sulphur has ever seen something like this. So I've never not been able to get through White Sulphur.
Jenny, tell me about your neighbors here. You told me the house back here, a 91-year-old woman. She was evacuated last night. Tell me about some of your other neighbors here.
John and Christina, they stayed up at my sister's last night at the top of the hill. Their house is, well, you can see the back of their house has been smashed with the other house. I know there's another elderly lady that lives down here on the corner. They were evacuating Miss Kersey about... I got here about midnight, so it was after midnight when they were getting her. So they had bulldozers and all kinds of things down through here trying to get everybody out. So.
And they're back again right now trying to do the same thing.
Yes, just making sure that everybody's okay. If anybody needs help, there's some up through here that have oxygen, so they're just trying to check everybody.
Jenny, tell me, it's one thing to see things at night and really not be able to see too much, not a lot of light last night. When you woke up this morning, walked out your front door, came from wherever you were staying, and you saw your street look like this. Tell me about that.
Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like this here. I haven't. We've had floods before, but as far as this, it kind of makes you speechless. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So.
We do appreciate you spending a few moments with us this morning. I know this is a very tough day, and it's difficult when you have a TV crew that comes right and is a little invasive, but we can't thank you enough for your time and your perspective on exactly what it was like to live through this last night. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Okay, all right. So that, again, just a first-hand perspective on what it was like to live through the flood and wake up this morning and see just what it's like here in White Sulphur Springs. Take a look again at some of the damage we're talking about. Let me just step out of the shot just to give you some perspective. There are cars strewn all over the place. There are buildings strewn all over the place. There are houses completely taken off their foundations and moved 100 yards or more off of those foundations. All of this by the power of Mother Nature. The Howard Creek coming through here. Again, a creek, not a river. You heard Jenny say this has never happened before. They've never experienced flooding. They don't know if they have flood insurance because they've never had to deal with this before. So we're just talking about a lot of people trying to figure out what to do next. With the light of day here, they can really see the damage they're dealing with. But everybody we've spoken with today say, you know what, all this can be replaced. The people that are still alive, they're so thankful for. Again, they're doing searches here right now. But the good news is, so far, nobody was in these homes when the floodwaters came in, and the people that were in the homes were evacuated. Back into you guys.
All right, Justin Michaels, thank you so much. Good reporting out there. And thank you to Jenny for sharing her story. I know it must be hard this morning. You can see it's not raining in the area.